Why we always late? Let me explain with my slowly sloth brain. The sun stands directly overhead, shining like a huge piece of gold and staring as if it will never leave. The world spins very fast. Everyone rushes somewhere, but the sloth just hangs there on the tree. We all end up here again today. Why? Because we couldn't reach that other tree, that appointment, that fresh leaf in time. So why are we always late? Let me slowly explain with this slow brain of mine. Everything begins with the big and sweet illusion of there's plenty of time anyway. The sloth lifts its head, looks at the sky, and says, the sun is still there. It isn't going anywhere, so why hurry? The sky is so beautiful and vast that for a sloth, it's impossible to notice seconds passing. Our brain begins whispering the biggest and most dangerous lie in the world. It says, the present you is tired, your arms are heavy, your eyes sleepy, just sleep a little more now. And adds, but the you 2 hours later, that one will be different. That one will handle everything. We trust that future sloth, that imaginary hero who hasn't arrived yet. We imagine it as a superhero, flying in the sky like Superman. We think it will finish everything in a second and amaze everyone with its speed, but those expected 2 hours pass and the hero never comes. Do you know who arrives instead? The same sleepy, slow, heavy sloth again, and now it carries an even bigger guilt and an even heavier exhaustion on its shoulders. Then we say, all right, this time I'll definitely do it, and gather all our strength. We raise our arms millimeter by millimeter together with our heavy, furry body, but right at that moment, just as we're about to move, we notice a nice piece of moss under a tree. A strange scent drifts into our nose from deep within the forest with the wind. Our brain immediately interrupts. Just 1 second, I'll taste it and continue right away. But inside 3 seconds of a sloth, sometimes a whole 3 months pass. Our attention sticks to the complex pattern on a butterfly's wing, and the world stops. Time doesn't flow like water through our fingers, but slowly like sand in an hourglass. In our mind, we always build the most perfect, smooth scenario. We imagine roads always open, branches never breaking, no obstacles ahead. We calculate that it will never rain and our arms will never tire. But life always gives us the slowest, most winding, most obstructed scenario. By the time we move just 1 centimeter, the sun shifts and shadows grow longer. Then suddenly the inevitable moment arrives. The sun begins to set. The sky turns orange, dark, and frightening. A massive wave of panic fills us, but there's a problem. You know that panic doesn't speed us up, it slows us down even more. On the contrary, stress locks us onto the branch like a rock. The sloth thinks, it's too late now. Even if I make it, it won't matter. Everyone already left. The leaves dried, the forest went silent, the party on the other tree is over, and we collapse onto our old branch and stay there. That's why we sacrifice today's tiny pleasure for tomorrow's great peace. We always search for refuge on that branch behind in the past. We don't manage time, my friends. Time manages us. We are just silent spectators watching it pass with a loud roar. Other animals, fast monkeys, and running leopards pass us laughing. For them, time is an arrow. For us, it is an endless ocean. But maybe it isn't our fault. Maybe nothing is wrong with us. Maybe the world is unnecessarily, meaninglessly, insanely fast. And we're simply preserving our natural slowness in the middle of that chaos. Nature made us this way. We didn't choose to be slow, but we choose to remain slow. Now we can slowly disperse if you want. There's no rush. But please don't expect anyone to be fast and don't hurry. You are already far too late for everything and everywhere. At least enjoy this moment, this silence, and this heavy air. The sloth sleeps, the world turns, but life waits.